Let it be me. This is not a fighting song. Let it be me. Not a wrong for a wrong. Let it be me. If the world is light, shine my life like a light.
We've heard a lot lately about violent crimes committed by children, and we often ask ourselves why. What has gone wrong in our society that our children are carrying out these horrible acts? In this Visionaries trilogy, we'll meet a man who is not asking what is wrong with today's kids, but what is right. Sam Costanzo, founder of an alternative juvenile justice treatment center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is determined to catch young juvenile offenders in the act of doing good. By doing so, Sam and his staff at the Academy are able to instill in these kids a sense of achievement and accomplishment that will change the direction of their lives forever.
My name is Dorian Butler, and I'm 16. Was Grand Theft Auto and receiving stolen property. I was going home and I wasn't expecting nothing to happen, and they just pulled me over. Honestly, I started crying. Like, I didn't know what I was about to go through, because I'd never been arrested before. It was my first time. And I was wondering what my mom and dad was gonna say, what my brother was gonna say.
I'm going to commit you to the Academy. I am directing the probation officer to closely monitor your attendance. If you are not attending, your commitment will be revoked, and you may find yourself at the boot camp.
The Academy was started as an alternative to institutionalization for serious juvenile offenders. When they're in our program, we pay balanced attention to protecting the community, to making the child accountable for their behavior and enhancing their competency skills. We send vans out daily to pick the young people up.
Name's Renan Harris. I am a counselor here. Relationships we have with the students pretty much, I think, makes this program work. Our job is to confront behavior and attitude with the students. I think our main goal here is to make these men / women better in decision making and more mature, and give them different avenues on how to go about life.
The youngsters all are exposed to anger management, which is a great need for many of the young people in society today, because many of them are angry at something. They're angry at themselves a lot of times, they're angry at their teachers, they're angry at their parents, they're angry at society, and the anger that they have is often the reason that they've gotten into trouble, why they've assaulted somebody or gotten into fights or can't manage their emotions. Most of the young people in our program are here for property offenses like auto theft, burglary. Some of them are here for drug offenses. You're living at home. You're interacting with the peers, often the same peers who you got into trouble with. You have to go to your regular schools. You have to observe the court order, which requires you to get on your van every day and attend the academy.
Okay, pants are up, shoes are tagged. We take care of that. Let's go. Okay.
The clock and stop?
Stop the clock. Go ahead.
The program operates 7 days a week, and that's how we address community protection. So after the kids get here and eat, then they immediately go into program.
My dad was an alcoholic for many years. He used to abuse me and my sisters and my mother. He finally got some help a couple years ago. He's been doing pretty good since.
Anybody outside the family ever know about this?
Yeah.
A lot of his alcoholism like runs on his side of the family, so it's like in the blood actually, like his dad was, his dad's dad, and all that.
As you're aware, ladies and gentlemen, alcoholism is characterized as a disease, and with family systems, a lot of families portray rules to cope with that alcoholism.
Okay, perfect introduction. Hello, my name's Tim King, okay? But what you want to do is wait for them to say to you, have a seat. Hi, Tim, have a seat. You got to go in showing your best. I mean, first impressions, especially on a job interview, is going to mean everything. You need to go in there, you got to look sharp, be sharp, make sure you don't smell like nicotine or tobacco or anything, okay? They're always going to ask you a few questions. That's how they evaluate a lot of times. If you got past the written part, you got in the door, okay? You're in the door. Now's when the questions start. So what can you do for this company? Okay? Well, how do you feel you can help my company grow?
Why do you want to work here, right?
Right, why do you want to work here?
We have the ISP. That's the Academy's Individualized Service Plan. And these are the things that are going to be required of you in order to get out of the Academy.
I would say to a new student that we're going to do everything we can to make you a success. We're going to treat you first class. You're going to eat great meals, you're going to ride a great van, and when you get here, you're going to find people that care about you. It's important to do two things here. One is to attend, because we can't help you if you don't come. And two is to make curfew. But we will find out what talents God bless you with, and we're going to try and develop those talents. All we're going to ask you to do is try. We're going to ask you to make that attempt. If you do that, I think we can make you a success.
Okay. I will attend the evening program 100% of the time. So what's that mean, Phil?
Come every day.
Okay, they want you to come every day, exactly. If you guys have homework, okay, we want you to bring it in here, and we'll give you time to do it. If you can't do all your homework in a remediation class, we'll give you time throughout the evening, as we want you guys to succeed in school.
We like to catch a kid doing something right. We want to find a place where a young man or a young woman can be a success. So if we can catch you doing something right, once you've done that and you experience that sense of accomplishment and achievement, which is real, you haven't read about it, the young person has experienced it themselves, we can take that experience and expand it and extend it across their lives. We never know what's going to catch a young person's attention. We have about 14 industrial trades. They could be in an optical lab where they'll learn how to grind glasses. They could be in structural repair. They could be in masonry. They could be in carpentry shop. They could be building mini barns. They could be building a house.
I'll show you how to nail up the vinyl siding.
We like the industrial trades because you can have success pretty quickly. You can get in there in a 12-week period and build something, mold something, be in an art class, produce something, and it's yours. Achievement, self-accomplishment is what we think is what makes the difference.
Take your time. All right? You don't want to hold the hammer up here. You want to hold the hammer here. Good, good. Tell you what, that looks pretty good for your first time.
An integral part of the program while the young person is here at the Academy is community service. Every young person coming into the Academy program has to perform a minimum of 50 community service hours. Now some youngsters have more than that because through court order they are obligated to do more than 50. We have many community service projects. Some examples are cleaning up graffiti in neighborhoods. We have adopted a highway. We have the young people cleaning up ballparks during the summertime. Anything that the community requests that we do, we attempt to utilize as a community service activity.
Anywhere he can't get a roll is what you want to do. You want to make it as quick and easy as possible for him to get the first roll.
It's all right, John, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. This is only practice. That's why we practice it so much.
Sports are a very important part of our program, and we use sports to improve behavior. Since our coaches are also the counselors of the kids, by teaching them how to play sports, then you can actually get into the main issues why the kids are here. Then our counselors can also find out why a young person committed a crime, why they're having a difficult time relating to their family. We use sports to have a better relationship with the kids that are in our program.
I think we can make a difference. and I've seen it. A young man started with us probably about 17 years ago and went through the program, and he was in the culinary program, he was in food service, he liked what he was doing, and he had moved all the way through the system and is now a food service director for us at the academy. And that's the kind of thing that keeps me going every day.
I was committed to the academy. I was 16 years old. I was looking for, I guess, something to grab onto. And the academy was the thing to grab. There were people here that wanted to help. I'm successful, and I've made a lot of better decisions because of the experience I had at the academy.
The things that we're trying to teach our kids, we look for in future employees. We look for pride. We look for enthusiasm. We look for teamwork. We look for someone who is willing to be hardworking and disciplined and sacrifice for today. We look for people who are team-oriented. These characteristics that we're looking for in our people are the same characteristics that we're trying to teach and will teach in our young people. We're asking our faculty to be role models, to model those behaviors that we were looking for in them, so that when we're trying to teach the young people these characteristics, they see them in our staff.
For some reason, you come home from school and she's paranoid, the house is not. I like what I do. I keep pushing to better my students, and if that means I'm here till 2 or 3 in the morning, then that's what I'll do.
Anybody know why we're here? Perfect attendance for the month of November. Start with the first student, Dorian Butler.
I used to be a follower. I used to let other kids tell me what to do and let them influence me. Instead now, I think I'm influencing other people. I take control of my life. The next time I'll be driving, I wouldn't have to worry about the police pulling me over because it'll be my car and I had bought it.